Well, thanks for being here in our home to support the Ken 2013 campaign. I'm pleased that I could do my little part here to make sure that Ken is the next city councilman from the Upper West Side. I met Ken in March. It was back in March, so a little more than a year ago at an Obama event down in Flatiron, a different district.
Yeah.
And
good cause.
Yeah. When I met Ken, I didn't even know that he was running for city council. It was, you know, just another attorney, another person, another Obama supporter, hanging out at the event with like-minded people, people I knew from the campaign, people usually from the campaign, just like-minded people. And then all of a sudden I found out, hey, he's running for city council. He's going to be my next councilman. And yeah, I jumped right on board as quickly as I could because it's great. Yeah, because he's just so genuine. I think that he's going to really bring some new energy to the Upper West Side. I haven't lived here very long, but I already see the stuffiness sometimes from some of our elected leaders or our self-appointed leaders up here, and Ken's going to change all that.
We're going to try.
To break the mold. So thanks for being here, and I will.
Thank you so much, seriously. Thank you all for being here, really appreciate it. Janie, thank you. Charlie, we tired you out already.
Yeah.
The pregame was pretty rough. First of all, I want to thank you so much for having us. This is exactly the kind of campaign we want to run by coming into people's homes, having conversations, getting to know them on a one-on-one basis. Like Russell was saying, I jumped in the campaign a year ago, last March, and we've been running since then. We had our first filing last July, and we were able to report that we raised all the money that we need for the entire campaign because of the city public matching fund program. So with that enabled us to kind of, be in a position where we didn't have to ask people for money, where we can come and do house parties and really just have conversations with people in the neighborhood about the issues that matter most to them. That also enabled us to then go stand on street corners and, do small house parties. So, today, for example, I was on 95th Street passing out campaign flyers. Yesterday I was on 72nd. We did every single day in January. I was outside passing out literature and flyers. So before anybody else is even out there, we're out there every single day, and we're just asking people what matters to you, what do you care about. We've been getting a tremendous response. We have people commit to do house parties on the street after meeting us for 5 minutes. So it's been a very organic grassroots level. So I just want to thank you for being a part of this trend that we've started. My name's Ken Biberaj. My wife Valerie and I live on 76 in Columbus. She couldn't be here because she's about 3.5 weeks from giving birth to our first child, so she hopes that you all understand that, which we appreciate. But we're just so excited to be raising a family on the Upper West Side. It's a unique neighborhood and we love it very much. I was born in New York, first generation American. My parents immigrated here from Albania in 1968 to the Bronx. My father went to Roosevelt High School, Lehman College, learned English, worked 3 jobs, and then eventually got his PhD at Columbia University. He's a lifelong civil servant, still works at the Voice of America in Washington. I developed my sense for public service from him. I went to American University, the Harvard Kennedy School for my master's in public policy, and then in 2004 I went to work for John Kerry's presidential campaign in Florida, serving as his policy research director. It was an amazing experience, loved it a lot, really motivated me and inspired me to want to do public service. But at the same time, I realized I needed to try something else. So I had a nice talk with my uncle, and he has a small family real estate company. He had just bought the Russian tea room. He said, come up here and we'll figure out what to do with it together, and I'll throw you in the deep end. And in 2005, I came back to New York, worked the family real estate business, worked to reopen the Russian tea room. I went to law school at night and was also involved in a lot of nonprofits. I'm on the Culinary Council of the Food Bank for New York. I mentor first-generation college students at an organization called New York Needs You, and have just been very active in the community. 2013 is going to be a transformative election. We have a new mayor coming and a new city government, and I really think it's just time for some renewed energy and a fresh perspective at City Hall to take on some of the big challenges that we're going to face. So I'm running for City Council for 3 reasons. The first is to support the quality of life on the Upper West Side. The second is to invest in our community's future. And the third is to stand up for the progressive values that make the Upper West Side such a special and unique place. So supporting the quality of life, in my opinion, really means standing up and supporting the small businesses that are the fabric of our community, that really make our neighborhood special. Places like Barney Green Grass and Cafe Lalo, we want to make sure that the city doesn't make it harder for them to survive. We also want to make sure that we have an environment where new entrepreneurs can start businesses, and it's not just banks and Dwayne Reeds opening up every single week all over our community. Supporting quality of life also means keeping the neighborhood affordable so seniors and young families can afford to stay on the Upper West Side. We're a dynamic neighborhood because of the diversity that we have, so we have to protect affordable housing and make sure there's options for everyone in our neighborhood. I believe we have to invest in our community's future. I think the mayor, has done a lot of good things in terms of like infrastructure and technology and job growth, and we need to build on a lot of that progress. We need to do more to fund mass transit. We need more energy efficiency. We need more entrepreneurship. So I want to be a leader citywide on those issues. We're bringing all of these technology companies to the city, but we're not doing enough to educate the young people to take those jobs that are coming. And instead, we're hiring people from outside of New York to come in. And we really need to make sure that we're taking care of New Yorkers now that could be taking these jobs. Finally, as your councilman, I will stand for the values of the neighborhood. I want to make sure that we fund public education at adequate levels and honor teachers by paying them what they deserve, and fighting to make sure that every seat in every school is as strong as possible. These values preach the importance of keeping the West Side an age-friendly, family-friendly, and pet-friendly neighborhood, Charlie.
Yeah.
And make sure we preserve all three of these important factors. And it also means maintaining our status as the city's conscience. We need to fight poverty and hunger, expand parks, and really defend those who need more access to opportunity. So these are the values that I've been fighting for. I reopened the Russian Tea Room because I believe in New York's institutions. I sit on the Culinary Council of the Food Bank because no New Yorker should go to bed hungry. I mentor first-generation college students because everyone deserves the same shot I got. And these are the kind of things that I want to address and work on in the City Council. So I want to thank all of you for taking time today to be here, to hear a little bit more about me and the campaign. And we have, I think, 137 days to go, and we're going to be out there every single day working hard. But it is small get-togethers like this that are going to get us across the finish line. So I want to thank you for your interest. That is Medea. She is our campaign manager. So I'd like to recognize her because, without her hard work, none of this would be possible. And, our whole campaign is really based on meeting people, getting their information, and staying in touch with you, and you staying in touch with us so that we know what's on your mind as the campaign progresses, and that you hopefully can introduce us to more people. Again, we're not asking for money, we're just looking for opportunities to meet all of your friends and all of your contacts in the neighborhood, because I'm just convinced if I can just meet more people, then we're going to be able to pull this off. So with that, I can open it up to questions. I can give you a little bit more of a landscape of the race, who's running, whatever you guys want.